Go. This is always the most nerve-wracking part because I don't do this often enough to know what I'm doing. And so I think it's okay. I'm getting the thumbs up from over there. Right. We're good. Thank you. There we go. All right. So now I just have to see if I can see any of the chat, if you guys are here or if you're not here. Let's see what we can come up with. I hate the fact that it's not very good at showing me comments and stuff. So I kind of have to go to my own page, my own stream, in order to see if there's any comments. Bear with me, guys. Let's see what we can come up with. As you know, if there are any of you actually watching, we've got tour coming up. The Hunger Games have started. It's terrifying. Oop, I've just seen a heart come through, so I know someone's out there. And another one. I'll be there as soon as I can. Go. All right. Getting the occasional heart. I don't know if anyone's here. If anyone is there, please can you leave a chat message so I can see if these comments are coming through. Got it. I have Peter giving me hand signals coming from the other room because... Right, I'm not seeing any messages. If anyone's there, and there are no messages at this point. Welcome to live chat. I can see, there we go. Laura's here, Ernst is here, hello. There we go, I'm here. Awesome. Now we're cooking. I can see you guys. I'm guessing you can see me. All is good. Hello, April. Fabulous. So yeah, the Hunger Games have started. Ticketing has started. The pre-sale authorization process is as confusing and difficult as anything else it is on Weverse. So I am here to answer questions for you guys, if you have questions. So tell me, are BTS coming to your city? Are they coming to your country even? I have to say, those of us in Europe are a little bit disappointed we didn't get more cities, but they are coming to the UK. So I'm sad that there isn't more than one date, but I'm luckier than a lot of people out there because there are a lot of countries that are not going to have access at all. So the first thing you need to know about ticketing, if you're looking at trying to get tickets to the concert, is you need to get your pre-sale authorization code. And the way you do that is by applying through Weverse. Key is if you haven't made your Weverse account and bought your fan club membership there, or you haven't set up, pardon me, your Ticketmaster account, you need to make sure the two of them have the same email address. Very, very, very important. Yeah, I know it. Lamasafi, yeah, money is, these tickets are going to be stupidly expensive. Honestly with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go yet. My son's got exams around that time, and the school has sent us an original dates, but they haven't confirmed anything. And I absolutely positively cannot, there's no way he can miss them. And I won't go without my family because we are an Army family. All three of us go, or none of us go. So we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see when exam times are, and see that'll determine whether we can even try for tickets. It's hard to see on here because I'm trying to see what the analytics are. I'm trying to see who's here, how many people are here. And I can see kind of nothing at this point. I am so not a professional at this point. Oh, you're going to Finland. Oh, I want to go to Finland. I actually have a good friend I used to game with a lot who lives in Finland. And I'd love to be able to go visit him. But yeah, I think we don't have as many cities in Europe as we would like. But then I'm sure every country out there is saying the same thing because they could put on concerts 365 days a year, and I'm sure we would want more. But it's not healthy for them, and this schedule is grueling enough as it is. Watching the route that they're going to be taking across the world is enough to induce anxiety. I just hope that they stay healthy through it because it's going to be harsh. Definitely going to be harsh. But they'll love it, and we'll love it. Yeah. Oh, you're in Denmark. Okay. So I think there are people from Denmark and Holland who are going to Brussels, which was an interesting choice. And some of my Patreons I know are going to try for Paris. Some of them are going to be trying for London. Obviously, loads across the US, which is exciting because it means that a lot of them, oh, thank you very much, Ursus. A lot of them are very excited to be able to meet up with each other because we have a really vibrant community chat on the Patreon. And so they've known each other obviously through there, but to be able to get together in the same place is going to be amazing. I'd love to go to the US and see them, but I'm not traveling to the US at this point in time. So is there anyone in the chat who's actually going? Anyone who knows for sure that they're if they get tickets, they'll be there? I feel so lost here, guys. I can't see the analytics or anything at this point. I've done this all backwards. Yeah, so around 250 euros, that sounds about right. It's even the cheapest seats are going to be expensive. And we don't even know for sure at this point what is going to happen as far as the flex pricing on Ticketmaster. If that happens, then heaven help us. April, you're going to LA and Vegas. Amazing. I hope you get great tickets. I hope all you guys, if you get tickets, you get the tickets of your dreams. Keep my fingers and toes crossed for you guys. Yeah, ticket prices are going to be, hello, Gigi. There's my neighbor. Well, close enough. Gigi is one of the Patreons who's as close to me as possible in the whole internet world. Summer, I hope they come to India in 2027 as well. There are a lot of countries, India being the first that comes to mind, with a huge army population that haven't gotten a tour stop yet. But it says right there at the bottom of the announcement that there are going to be more dates added. So fingers crossed. At least if it's 2027, you've got more time to save up. It would be incredible because obviously they've not been to India before, have they? But they are hitting places like Australia that they haven't been in years and years and years. And some of the places in Asia and South America as well. So yes, the whole point of the broadcast is obviously to make sure that if there's any questions about ticketing and the tour that I can answer. Hello, Kartik. Just drop them in the chat. Let me know. I said the thing you want to be doing right now is making sure you have your fan club membership on Weverse. Make sure it is for the region that you want to be applying for tickets. So if you want to go for tickets in Europe, you need to have the global membership. If you want tickets in the US, you have to have the US membership. You can't pick and choose. If you want tickets in both the US and Europe, you need both memberships. Make sure that email address is the same between your Weverse account and your Ticketmaster account. And then the pre-sale code is going to be your Army membership number. So there's instructions for all this on the Weverse in the notifications. Remember, Weverse is the official site where you're getting all your information directly from Hybe. At this crucial point in time, there will be a lot of sites out there that intentionally or unintentionally are giving out incorrect information. So make sure you're looking at an official site, okay? Really, really important. Really? Do you not think there's a stadium big enough in Denmark? I'm sure that there's a sports stadium or something. There's got to be I mean, the stadium they're coming to in the UK because of, from what we can tell, a rumored mess up. I won't use the language that was used by the person who is the events coordinator at Wembley. There was a mess up, a little miscalculation with Live Nation. And so instead of being booked at Wembley, which seats almost 90,000, they're coming to Tottenham Stadium, which seats just over 60. So tickets for London are going to be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, Ursus, I do think there is. I do think that there is pressure. I mean, I've seen them 4 times before in concert. So I've been through this whole Hunger Games thing before and survived. So you can make it out the other side. I think it's more stressful this time. First off, because there are a lot more Army. From what we can tell, between the tour announcement and about 24 hours later when they announced the dates, about 400,000 new accounts, 300,000, like well over 200,000 new accounts were created on Weverse. I think it was 500,000 from the start of the year or something like that. So anyways, literally hundreds of thousands of people have joined Weverse, presumably to try and get their fan club membership in order to get tickets. So there's crazy amounts more people that are primed and ready to go to this tour. The guys seem a bit more stressed about it. You know, they were relaxed and chill on the live today, and that was great. But from things that have been said in previous lives, I keep going back to the one with Namjoon, where he was talking about how he really wishes the agency would respect them more and give their group more love. Things aren't going smoothly behind the scenes, it seems. So I think everyone's tense. I think there are a lot of people out there who are hoping BTS will flop. because they want the throne. They're not going to get it. They want it. Yeah, it is really, really a challenge. It's this time. It seems really important as well. This tour is going to go on to 2027. We have no guarantee there's going to be another tour after this, do we? So for a lot of people, I think there's that lingering thing in the back of their mind going, is this going to be the last time? Will this be my first and last chance if you're new? And compared to when they last toured, things on the internet have changed. There's a lot more misinformation out there. There are a lot more, not saying there weren't malicious and hateful accounts back then, because, oh my Lord, there certainly were. However, it seems more common, or those accounts seem louder, that you really, really have to be careful. Really have to be careful about where you're getting your information, and you just want to make sure that you're going through official channels. You guys know, I mean, one of the things that's most important on this channel to me is facts, and making sure that if I'm giving you guys information, it's because I know it's true. And if I won't confirm it, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed that there's a lot of times stuff will happen in the fandom, whether it's JiKook or not JiKook. And I've had people going, well, CJ, aren't you going to speak out about this? If I don't have something to say that is factual, that I can't back up with documentation, I won't say it. Whether it's, people will be like, oh, there's a clip from Are You Sure? Or there's this that surfaced, what do you think is going on? And I'm like, well, yes, it could be what everyone's saying, or it couldn't be what everyone's saying, but I just want you to know that, like, if I go and I make a video as part of the Only Facts series, it's because it's a fact, and I've documented it, and here are the references, and you can go and look at the original content yourself. But as we've drifted deeper into the fandom, and especially with official social channels being quiet because the members were all enlisted, so they had nothing to say, the noise around everything, the gossip, the rumors, the people benefiting from twisting things or spinning things in their direction has gotten louder. I expect that to just continue to go on in regards to the tour. There will be more noise. Our job is to just kind of filter it out, stay focused on what's official. Be careful who you trust for your information and your translations. I am also not a translation channel. I have translators that I trust, but my advice is always to go look at 2 or 3 or more different translations. Usually somewhere in between there, you'll find the truth. Yeah, people, thank you, Ursus. Thank you very much. It is an honest, safe space. It's very much a safe space. I've just had this conversation with the Patreons about the chat that we have there, and how I'm very protective of it, keeping things. There's a lot of nasty shit going down in the world right now. A lot. But that doesn't come in to our own little magic shop in the community chat there, because everyone needs a place to heal. Everyone needs a place where they can just put down their burdens, put down the stress, and just enjoy the love that BTS promotes. And not that I don't have opinions or views on what's going on. I do. I have very, very strong ones. But that sits outside what we do here. My role in this is to be a healer and to keep giving you guys what you need. It's what I did through enlistment, is I made sure you guys had lots of beautiful stories. And that'll continue, because the world isn't getting any easier. So I want to make sure that you guys have a safe place, a safe, soft place to stay and rest and heal for a little while. I'm talking about the success of the album. Yeah, I think I agree, Rubina, that they don't seem. Obviously, they're going to be. Yeah, Gigi knows it. Obviously, this is very, very stressful for them because they haven't done it in years now. I mean, yes, of course, some of the members have had their own solo tours, incredibly successful solo tours, huge spectacles, the way that JiKook created them. But it's different. The same way the solo stuff is different from the 7-member stuff, the Bangtan stuff will be different from the solo. And you've got 7 incredibly artistic, articulate, and creative people trying to put together something that they're all happy with, and obviously the agency is happy with as well. So there's going to be a lot of, I would think, creative stress going on, but also just, stepping on stage, for some of them, stepping on stage in front of 70, 80,000 people. They haven't done it since the last time BTS toured. And that's going to be, oh yeah, I'd be terrified. So I think they're aware of the pressure that they're under to deliver. As much as Hybe wants to pretend that they don't need BTS, they need BTS. And I'm very respectful of the fact that all 7 members chose to renew their contracts together and with that agency. That's their choice. They respect the agency. They were happy enough with it when they did it that it's okay. But I think we've all seen enough times when Hybe has disrespected them to not be so confident about it. Annette, hello, Annette. Yes, as an artist, you do want to see how everything is received by the public. I'm sure that, especially if they're going back to their Korean roots, yes, I'm so excited about the fact that that's happening. They will probably be wondering, okay, so if we've got all these new fans because of the English trio, the English trilogy there of Dynamite Butter and Permission to Dance, are those people who have never really paid attention to us singing in Korean before? If that's not how or why they fell in love with us, how are they going to receive an album that is, I don't know, at least partially in Korean, probably predominantly, I hope predominantly in Korean. It will be as much in Korean as they want it to be. I'm sure this is their creative choice. But I, as an army going back to Wings era, I'm really happy that they're going back to that. Really, really happy they're going back to that. And having Arang as the title of the album and the theme that goes with that is just going to be amazing. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. So what do you guys think? Do you have any ideas? What's the gossip that you've heard? Have you heard anything about songs, title tracks? There's been some gossip floating around about features. Personally, I'd rather they didn't. I mean, I'm sure there's always going to be artists that they really want to work with and they get really excited about working with, and that's fantastic. But I would really like to see the title track with no feature, just the 7 of them. Just the 7 of them. What about you? What do you guys want out of this album? What did you think when they first announced it? There were a lot of theories out there about the logo, the circle, the 2 lines, and then the 2 connected lines. But I know they love watching us. They definitely love watching us. Yes, exactly. BTS coming back, not solo projects. Army loves this. It wouldn't surprise me. Did you think about the way that there's supposed to be 14 tracks? Are there 7 solo tracks and then 7 group tracks? I mean, obviously, loads of other albums have had solos on them, and that would be fantastic. Or to see some units on there. We know we saw Jimin and Jungkook in the studio together. We got video of that. They shared directly with us. There's also that video lingering about where we saw Charlie Puth hanging out there as well. So that should be interesting to see whether he pops up on it. We know he was there. We know he was at the studio, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was recording anything, of course. But could be. Could be. Hello, Shezkan. That's good. It's good to see so many people stopping through. I said, if you do have any questions about tour or ticketing, throw them in the chat. Hello, Army Girl. I'm well. How are you, dear? If you have any questions about JiKook, if you have any questions about my stories, I've got some big, exciting stuff coming out. As far as for those of you who love my stories, I've got some exciting news that'll be coming in the next couple of days. I can say, you know what? Can I tell you? I can tell you what's coming. I can't launch it yet because it's not finished, but it's close to being finished. Does anyone in the chat actually read my stories, or are you here for the only facts stuff? Yeah, I agree. Ravina and Annette, I would like it to be predominantly Korean. Ravina, you make a point about being forced to go into the Grammy because the English. I do think that it does appear that the agency was really chasing hard to be. I don't know whether they thought that they would be more accepted if they sang to the Grammys, acceptable if they sang all in English. But I hope that they've kind of given. BTS don't need a Grammy. The Grammys need BTS, as it was shown. The viewer numbers. If you look at the viewer numbers on the shows that BTS was involved with versus the ones that they weren't, Grammys need BTS more than BTS needs a Grammy. Thank you, Shezkan. Cypher 5. Oh, yes, that would be fire. That would be absolute fire. The ciphers are amazing. It's like my son, gosh, how old was he? He couldn't have been more than 8 when he was trying to learn how to rap Cypher 3. It was really good. Kara, the ciphers are a series of songs for the rap line. So definitely go look those up. They are incredible. But I love all the rap line stuff. I like UGG as well. I've got that on, that's part of the Beat Saber pack. If you guys have ever played Beat Saber, the VR game, there's a BTS, download DLC for it. And it's just 10 BTS songs that you can swing your little lightsabery things at and Beat Saber. It's amazing. Thank you, Shezkan. You're very sweet. Bang. Yes. There was someone had tried to make Bang out of the logo, showing that if you rearranged how things went, it would spell Bang. It was, yeah, I guess you could. That would have been amazing. The wordplay and Bang are Sexy Brain Nam June and the wordplay that happened in that song. Not that the others didn't have a hand in writing, obviously, as well, Yoongi and Hobie as well. But yeah, Bang is a good one. If they have nothing else, at least I hope they perform it. Someone said something earlier about streaming. I fully expect that they will stream some of these live. I'm hoping they do it to cinemas. It would be incredible. They have done that in the past for other concerts. However, they're not going to tell you any of that until the tickets are sold, because they don't want people not buying live tickets because they think, oh, well, I can just stream it instead. I don't think we'll hear anything about streaming until almost at the day. So yes, so we were talking stories. Okay, heart, or give me something in there if you actually read my stories. Oh, but now I'm gonna have to wait because there's a delay. I don't know how much of a delay on this, but I'm guessing there's a delay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's nice. I'm glad to see that so many people are dropping by. I don't know how many people are staying, but I've kind of got a number here of how many people have come through. Hello, Heather. Go Army, that's for sure. I would love it if they streamed from Busan. I would love it if they streamed from, hello, Moira. If they streamed from Seoul, if they streamed the initial, one of the initial dates, that would be incredible. Yep, okay, so we've got people who actually do read the stories. Right. Annette, yes. So those of you who are in the Patreon already know this because we've been talking about it for a while. But the online searchable, complete catalog of all my stories, all 87 of them now, because I released one today, will be going live soon. So you'll be able to go to the website, and on the website, you can type in a search for a story that you know that you want. Oh, I don't remember the name of, or I don't remember the link for it. You'll be able to find the link because YouTube search is not particularly good. If you type in a story name, it will tell you all the different places you can find it. So you can find the audiobook, you can find the written version, and it'll connect you to the link on the Patreon where all the written versions live. If it's for sale on Amazon as a book, it'll tell you all the different versions of the paperbacks, and you'll be able to go buy stuff there. If there's merch associated with it, I don't know if Susan is in the chat, but Susan is mug crazy in the best way. And so if I make a mug that is themed for the merchandise store, that is themed with a story, that will be in there as well. So it is basically going to be all the information about all my writing in one place. You can go and you can filter through going, I want a canon story that is fluffy and sweet, that is maybe a little bit spicy, and you just go tick, 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 filter, and it'll show you what you want to be reading. You'll be able to wish list things on a want to read. You'll be able to favorite things so you can find your favorites. It's going to be incredible. So when that hits, I will leave the link in as a community post here. I'll probably do a little short or something to make sure it reaches everyone. The Patreons, obviously, they know about it because I've been so excited. I've been talking about it for ages. But we are literally days away from it being released. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, yeah, that's right. Was this the Japan trip? You went to Japan, didn't you? You lucky thing. The Christmas one. Oh, I've got that here. A very JiKook Christmas. It has all my stories in it from the Christmas stories from last year. So there will be another one coming because obviously I put out another, I think it was 10 Christmas stories this year. But it's nice. It's really nice to see it in paperback and everything. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, Shaz, I'm really sad that you're not going to get BTS in India. It would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Tathir, I don't know what you mean by do they have an account on YouTube? Does this mean if you could ask the question again, who do you mean by they? Or what do you mean by they? Were you talking about my stories? Throw it in the chat. Happy to answer all the questions. Oh my goodness, I just looked over at the views and it was 613. Must be fate. Must be fate. Must be fate. So yes, who was it who said? Someone said, "Oh, April, that today's was sweet. Thank you." I've been struggling to write since Christmas. I think I got a lot out of it. I'd been working on those Christmas stories since October when the commissions were opened. And so I wrote long and hard for months there. And then in the past week, I was always intended to take the first 2 weeks of January to do some proper analysis of my channel. And, this is my full-time thing, guys. My only income is what I get in ad revenue on the stories and the Patreons. That's it. That's all I've got. So, that $1 a month that you guys on the Patreon, it is appreciated. It really, really is. So I'd taken the first 2 weeks to do a bit of analysis and figure out what I should be doing and where I should be making some tweaks. And then I've got fibromyalgia, for those of you who don't know, and I'm trying a new medicine for it. And in the past week, so I started the new med, and that messed with my head a bit. And then it's one of those that the dose goes up after 7 days. So I'm still finding my feet with it, and I've been very foggy in the mornings. It's been really a challenge. So I'm a little bit later in January than I expected to be, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just slow at the moment. Bev, I hope they add more UK dates. Yes, I hope they add more UK dates too. Again, for those of you who don't know, the UK thing seems like Live Nation majorly screwed up. That's the rumor. The video going around that talks about this, the woman claims to be the events coordinator at Wembley. I have no reason to doubt that she isn't. She seems incredibly knowledgeable about the situation. And they were supposed to be at Wembley, but within the past week, things fell apart, and Hybe was scrambling to book another stadium in London, literally just days before the tour announcement. I don't have confirmation of that, but that's what seems to be being said by people who claim to be in the know. So that's why we're we have 2 dates at a stadium that seat 60,000 versus 2 or 3 at Wembley, which seats significantly more. So I was really hoping for Manchester or Birmingham. Liverpool is a place that people stop as well. Either of those would have been fantastic because they would have been drivable. My house, I wouldn't have needed accommodation. So that would have made it really nice. London is, I think, a 4-hour drive. Long enough that we're not going to be able to, if we do end up getting tickets, and it's not at this point, like I said, it all comes down to exam dates and stuff for my son. But even if we did have tickets, there's not a chance we'd be able to drive home from that after the concert. If you've not been to a concert, a BTS concert, you'll understand why. It will drain you of every ounce of energy and emotion in all the best ways. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah. So that's why, there are cities out there like Singapore that have 4 dates, and London has 2 in a really not huge stadium. But it's great that they are going to places like Singapore and Melbourne and Sydney, places that they haven't toured in ages. It's going to be really, really, really good. And of course, we will see video from this, because even if they don't stream it, guys, some of the best moments come from fan cams. Rose Bowl. Yeah, we got the official one eventually, but what came out first was fan cams. People who are actually there. So there's going to be some great moments. I do firmly believe that in a lot of ways you'll see more, especially if you're looking for JiKook stuff. You'll see more first, keeping an eye on Twitter or Instagram or the socials, than if you were there. I'm not sure how they're going to work the screens in a 360 stage either. That's going to be interesting. Hello, Ree. Welcome to the stream. Sunderland FC or St. James Park? I don't know how big those stadiums are. I think the only place they could have gone that would have been similar in size to Wembley would have been somewhere like Twickenham. Or like if they went to something like Millennium Stadium in Cardiff or whatever. But sadly, I think it was always going to be London first. Yeah, Kathy, the prices, a lot of Army aren't going to be able to afford it. A lot of Army aren't going to be able to afford, even if they could afford the ticket, aren't going to be able to afford the travel and the accommodation that goes around with it. There's rumors that people who had booked hotels in Busan their money was being refunded. And as they tried to rebook, the prices had gone from £40 to $400 or $40 to $400. So the gouging has already started. It's just gross. Absolutely gross. Cassie, I know BTS since Wings era, so end of 2016, 2017. I've been Army for a long, long time. Long time. Mara, I'd love it if Africa got a look in. It would be amazing if they went to, I don't know, where would they go? Cape Town, maybe? Goodness knows. I mean, South Africa's got some massive stadiums because of rugby. But I definitely want to see them go to India as well. Yeah. So, Ree, are you in the north? I'm near. For those of you who don't know, I live near Chester in the UK. So I'm, the 2 cities that I can get to the easiest here that would be big enough for a concert are Liverpool and Manchester. Oh, congratulations, Bev. That's amazing. I couldn't go to Jin to see Jin in London because I had booked my trip to Malta. And so I literally got back from Malta the day of the concert, of course, but I was arriving the complete opposite end of the country. Sad. I was really sad that didn't work. Really sad. Cassie, yes, I have. I've seen them 4 times live. I've seen them twice in Chicago and both days at Wembley. Hello, Gloria. We were just talking about Manchester. Did we summon you? Ree, you should join the Patreon. There's a couple of us from the Northwest. We're talking about having a get together. We get together and sit there and talk JiKook. When were they live? Those concerts were 2019, weren't they? Yeah. June the 1st, 2019 was one of the Wembley dates. So it's been a while. It's been a long while. Yeah, Gigi, there are very, very ruthless people. Pajama party. Gigi, don't. We've talked about this, and I would still love to find a way that we could book for the weekend, book like an Airbnb somewhere. And those of us in the UK who could all get together, we could just have a pajama party and sit there and like watch JiKook videos and stuff all night. That would be amazing. That would be fantastic. Ticket prices, Moira. It's one of those things, if you have to ask, you probably can't afford it. They're starting in like around $150, $180, it seems, and then going up from there. Newcastle, fantastic. Geodrivable. It'd be fine. Lived in Australia. No. Is it because of my accent, Mrs. Robinson? My accent's a bit messed up, but I am in the UK. I'm right on the border between England and Wales. If I look out my window, I can see the Welsh Mountains in the distance between houses, but I can see them. Hello, Kushi. Nice to meet you. Annette'll come. Oh, that's amazing. And you're going to come, if we do that, you're going to come over from the continent. Oh, that'd be fantastic. That would be fun. I'll start looking at that. I will. I know I've said I will before, or maybe someone else needs to, because I'm always so busy. Hello, Park Jimin. Someone says that'd be awesome if he was here. Park Jimin in the chat. That'd be amazing. I love you guys are talking about the pink epiphany stuff with Jin. I love the fact that his vinyl is going to be pink. Have you guys seen the amount of vinyls that are being released? 11 of them with this album. We like our vinyl in this family. And my son looked at me, he's like, are we going to get all of them? No, I would love to, but no, I don't have the money for 11 vinyls. But some of the colored ones, look, oh, just the idea of Jungkook's, was it Orchid? And I would love to see the silver one of Namjoon's as well, see what kind of color that actually turns out to be. I've got the indigo vinyl, and that is gorgeous. It's clear with like blue splatter in it. It's beautiful, beautiful. It'll all be pretty. It'll be expensive, but it'll be pretty. Well, having said that, I think the prices on the official site are about £30 for a vinyl, which isn't awful. Standard vinyl prices. But when you think that there's 11 of them, yeah. Yeah, which album are which version of are people thinking about getting? Honestly, I haven't had a chance to actually look and sit down and go through. I will eventually want to try and collect all of them. I will. I do still. I don't own all the BTS albums by any means, but I do still. If I see one when I'm out that I don't own, if I don't buy it, I'm at least tempted to. Put it that way. Definitely. So there's a lot of people that are looking like going to London. I really hope it turns out that the exam dates have been moved and I can make an attempt for tickets. When does BTS go live? BTS doesn't go live here. If they go live on Weverse. It's Weverse.io, I think. And please get your information from Weverse. If you aren't on Weverse, that is their official channel. Oh, Ree, that's fantastic. That's amazing that there was a queue in HMV. Oh, that's really, really good. I didn't know they were doing pre-orders there. Okay, I've got it sorted then. I will go. I'll go to HMV in Chester. It's really, really good that they're doing pre-orders. HMV tries really hard to represent, to put out a selection of BTS stuff and just K-pop in general here in the UK. But I have to say, every time I'm in a store, the sections just look wrecked. They're trying to put like little dividers between the groups and keep it all organized, and it's always trashed. And I have really twitchy fingers about like wanting to organize it and separate it out and move certain girl groups with 2-color names down and put the BTS stuff up here and in front. And yeah, my husband usually stops me. You can't sit here and tidy their section. They have employees to do that. Don't take someone's job away from them. But it is always making sure that our guys are up at the top and right in the front so people can see. Yes, BTS was live this morning. HMV exclusives. Now that'll definitely have to look into. And yes, Jimin was good. Jimin's got his little ponytail back. It was so cute. It was so cute. I only caught the end of the live because I was busy trying to get my story out for you guys today. And the only reason I managed to, because I wasn't checking my notifications, but I checked Patreon for something, and Gigi had left a little message saying, by the way, BTS is live. And it's like, so I went, I think I caught like the last minute. I haven't gone back and watched it yet because I was getting my story out for you guys. So I love BTS, but you guys come first. How about that? Does that make sense? But having said that, there would be no us without BTS. So it's all of us are important. Yeah, I need to go through the different editions and actually see what's what. And it would have been helpful had they given us anything other than just a blank white image. I get it. But at the same time, I don't get it. Like, give us something to go on here. Like, can we at least see the colors of the vinyls? I don't know. Chroma keyum or something. It is a paradox. It is, isn't it? Like, but that's okay. It's not, I am so grateful for you guys. And I am so grateful that, like, in this weird turn of events in my life, that I've gone from the odd careers. I've like, if you guys saw my CV or my resume, the stuff that I have done in my career life, to being someone who like makes a living wallowing in BTS and writing beautiful JiKook stories. It's very good. Yeah, if you guys could give a couple of hearts in the live stream, that would be amazing, because it definitely will help YouTube pick up the stream and maybe show it to a few other people. It's the reason I do it in mobile, in vertical stream instead of the horizontal one, is that this gets more visibility, because they will throw it in people's shorts feeds. And so they may stop. They see, not me, but if they see, oh, I hate this game, this gorgeous guy here, or the Sevens, they might go, BTS, and they might stop. Like that. It's confusing. You just went with the vibe. I think that's the best way of doing it. Just print out a little paper and then throw a dart and see where it ends up. And that's the addition. HMV, Abigail, HMV is our music and media store chain here in the UK. So a place that sells music, videos, books, kind of, they do a lot of, they're the only place as a national chain that I know of that does K-pop stuff. And they do lots of kind of, what say, geek adjacent stuff, so that you can get lots of anime merch there, lots of, I don't know, that type of thing. But it's the only place that I know of, certainly on a national level, where you'd be able to go in and buy a BTS album or order a BTS album. I am seeing I am seeing hearts come through. So people are liking. It's just not, I don't know whether it's just not taking it there. I gave myself a few likes. Because we all love ourselves here, don't we? That's what Kim Namjoon told us to do. We all love ourselves. Some days more than others. Some days more than others. And for those of you who are interested as well, oh, that's okay, Abby Hall. We're a very international crowd here. I'm bilingual. I speak both English and American. I have a few other languages under my belt, but not anything that I'd be fluent enough to like stream in. Marry me. Oh, and you know, I told you I'd marry you. If it wasn't for Peter, I'd marry you in a heartbeat. You're fantastic. So, for those of you, again, bringing some of the Patreon news here to you guys, if you don't know, because you aren't a member of the Patreon, we're going to be starting our book club again soon. Once I finish reading the book that Annette has suggested that I read, because I read it a long time ago and I haven't reread it yet. But we're going to be doing book club once a month. That's an online meeting thing. So that is behind the $1 a month paywall for security and safety reasons, because people's faces and voices are going to be there. And we want to make sure that we are in a protected and safe environment for that and for sharing. So if you want to, if you are one of the people who enjoys reading Asian literature, some of the books that Namjoon has recommended and read, the one that JiKook had talked about, was it the two-sided shell? I think that was it. Two-faced shell. Crying in the H Mart. We're talking about. Gigi, if you're still in the chat, I know you love your Korean and Asian lit. So if you've got any book suggestions, that would be good too. So again, it's patreon.com. I should probably do this, shouldn't I? I'm so bad at this game. Patreon.com/CJ Moon. There we go. Can I pin that? Pin message. There we go. So that's where, when I'm talking about the Patreon, that's where you find it. It is free to join. So you don't have to pay to join. If you just want to come and read the written versions of the stories, or be kept up to date with the news, because I will talk there about stories that are coming up or videos I'm making or anything else exciting. I put out news quite regularly on there. If you do want to support me, that is the best place to support my work. Like I said, it's $1 a month or more. If you want to be more generous, that's up to you, but there's no pressure. The only things I keep behind a paywall are things that are there for a reason. They're either the stories that are explicit, and I want to make sure that they don't reach minors, or they are things like the online meetups where people's faces and voices are going to be there, and the community chat, because that was originally that's a Patreon thing that they put behind a paywall. We do need J-Hope. We definitely need J-Hope in the sky in the UK to get some sunshine. We've got a little bit. Yeah, a little bit there. I had to close the curtains earlier because it was coming and shining in my eyes. All right. Any other questions, guys? What time is it? I have no idea how long I've been here. We have another 10 minutes or so. Anyone else have questions about ticketing? About the versions of the albums that are coming out? Certainly, I would love it if you guys could tell me which, if you've been to see them before and which date you're looking at going to when you want to go. But people talking about the dates in Europe. What about, is anyone here going to the South America? Going to try and get tickets in South America or trying to get tickets in East Asia somewhere? Australia? We do have a one of the members of the Patreon who's Australian, who, bless her little heart, woke up at, was she up at like 3 or 4 in the morning for our last online meetup? Because we were doing after parties after all the Are You Sure episodes. We would get together the next day and gush about how amazing the show was and how beautiful it was and some of the fantastic, fantastic moments, touching emotional moments between Jimin and Jungkook. And bless her, she was up. She was there despite the fact it was 3 in the morning or whatever. Aw. It's all right, Bev. From where you are in the country, I'm guessing if I've got sun here today, you'll probably have it tomorrow. All right. Okay. I think then that we're going to wind this up. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. Thank you especially to the patrons for being here and for being so supportive of everything I do. I love you guys so much. I say it all the time. This moon would not shine without your love and your support. You guys are the reason I'm here and I do what I do. I hope everyone gets the tickets of their dreams. I hope you all get Barrier if that's what you want. But please, I made a whole video about this. Annette, you can buy 4 tickets. You can buy up to 4 tickets for it's only Goyang that you can buy 1 ticket only. Just 1. Fanny, don't stress. I know I made a whole video about this, there are a lot of people out there who can't afford tickets. There are a lot of people who aren't going to be able to go because the tour isn't going anywhere near their house. They can't afford the travel. Even if you can afford a ticket, you might not be able to afford travel or accommodation. I think it is important to remember, keep it in perspective. It is fantastic. And yes, seeing them live is incredible. But be safe, guys. Okay? Don't put yourself into financial hardship over this. Don't make unwise decisions over this. The FOMO is real and it's only going to get worse as the tour goes on. But be sensible about it. So don't hurt yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way or your family in harm's way because of it. There will be streams. There will be people out there streaming, even if there aren't official streams. Yes, the atmosphere is fantastic. I said I really think that I'm going to try and do, on the nights some of the concerts, do parties on the Patreon so we can all get together on a video call. And we won't be able to necessarily watch the stream if they're not streaming it, but we can at least go, hey, I just saw this on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, though this came up on TikTok, look at this moment, and we can still be together in an atmosphere. So if you're interested in doing that, like I said, that's the Patreon is the place to do that. But be smart about it, okay? There will be more dates coming, possibly, I would guess, in the same countries or similar countries that have been only granted a short amount of dates. UK, I'm hoping for, as they go into 2027. We're hoping that they'll go to more countries that they don't have on the tour stops now. But just know you're not alone. And if you can't go, it's okay. You're not less of an army for not being able to go. You're not less of an army because you don't spend your life savings on albums and merch. And if you don't have the money to do that, don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. You can still love them. Stream, watch the videos, go on the socials and promote what they have there. If you're out somewhere, or if you're just listening to it at your PC, I say PC because that's where I'm at. Shazam helps as well. Shazam the song, that helps too for the engagement. So there are lots and lots and lots of things that you guys can do. So don't let anyone make you feel like you're less of an army. Okay, that's important to me. Really important to me. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. Right. I love you guys. If you haven't read my story yet, the new one called Noise is a soft, hurt comfort JiKook story, canon adjacent, set in Jeju, that talks a little bit about the pressures of comeback and stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your day and your weekend. Keep leaving comments on this video if you've got more questions about ticketing. I love you guys. Heart. Sarangay. I'll see you soon. If I can figure out how to stop the streaming. There we go.